When we look at what's happening with youth unemployment and some of the challenges with youth in general, it is the obligation of leaders. It's not an option anymore. What we have to do is to ensure the health of the future of the economy, of our own companies. And that means leaders must take the step forward to say that I have to participate and bring young people in on full-time engagements, as employees, as internships, as apprenticeships, but also be there to be their sounding board and help them through some of the rough times.
I believe the most important role of a leader of any organization is to inspire the people you're working with. And inspiration can come in many ways. It is through giving the example, through sharing wisdom, through sharing practice, through sharing methodologies. But most importantly, I believe the role of a leader is to herd, to shepherd. And lastly, I would say it is essential for young people to find in their lives mentors and examples that inspire them to find their own way.
This is, I think, therefore, it's a big opportunity, but it's also a big responsibility for organisations like JAYE to try and find a way to help to make a significant impact into that problem. Because we certainly have the skills base, we have the tools, we have the infrastructure. We're constrained only by the time of our volunteers and by our funding, but we need to find a way to leverage those so we can really leverage the impact we're having and try to make, find ways of reaching many more students and having a bigger impact.
Leaders for a Day is a very important initiative because it gives people, young people, the chance to sit close to leaders, actually very close to leaders, follow their trails for a day, and it gives them a good flavor of what it means to work in business, to be a business leader. And that is essential because it helps bridge the gap between education and business, and it improves the overall employability of our people.
I think JAYE has changed my life in the sector, in business, in the industry. It has taught me valuable skills that I would have never learned in the classroom. There are unique skills, and it doesn't just end in theoretical skills or do this or do that. It's actual experience.
This is the first time in the human history when the young generation understands and uses technology in a better way than the current generation. So we can, learn from them during the day. And that's great, I think it's about the symbiosis of both generations.
One of the things that I think has helped me through my career over the last nearly 2 decades has been that I've always had great bosses. So throughout the years, I've always been blessed with the access I have to leaders within the business and through my direct line managers, pushing me to do more and to achieve more.
I think Leaders for a Day is a very exciting experience. I had a very intensive day working with a young leader who followed me, who shadowed me throughout the day, and I thought it was very productive and very interesting because I think it was useful also for this person to see the work we are doing, but it was also for me to learn about her reaction and about her experience working with me.
I think something that's really important in feeling confident is to have a strong support behind you, and whether that's family, friends or organisations like JAYE, to have that push to give you the confidence to go ahead and do something rather than hold back.
The experience altogether made me a lot more confident, showing me that everyone is making mistakes, and without trying you could never actually succeed. So as long as you do good planning and you really put everything that you have bigger chances that you will succeed.
It's simply not acceptable to lose a generation. It's not about austerity. With austerity, people think they lose money, but it's not. They lose one generation, and the one generation has 10 times more value or even more than the money you lose. So we have to talk about the people rather than the money itself.
The future is not a given, it's entirely makeable. And I would challenge them to take up the gauntlet, to think outside the box, to innovate, to make the world a better place.
My message to the young people is work hard, seize the day and have a dream and work on your dream.